What's up, guys? This is Bruce Kendrick here from Team Ragequit, coming off of the top 16 at YCS Atlanta. This is the deck list that Alex Solar and I played, so let's get right into it.
All right.
3 Ray, weird. 3 Ash, weird. 2 Ogre. Ogre's nice for like multi-roll and summon sorcerers, so that's like almost it. 1 Crow, so we mained 1 because we didn't want to play more like once per turn hand traps, and like Crow's like nice against everything. 1 Middlefoot Fusion, best card in the deck. I forgot to put one of the fusions in my extra deck. Oops. 3 goods. We talked about doing this or Desires, but like this engine is just like better than Desires in the sense that we only don't want to banish our 1-0s, and we're also playing Dino Wrestler, the field spell on the side deck. 4th Ray, upstart, shout out Patrick. 2 Call by the Grave, more Crows, and to stop hand traps. 2 Terraforming, they only let us play 2. 3 Babes, 3 Anchor, 2 Field Spell, 2 Booster. Booster's nice. I watched Alex activate both of them in the same turn and like chain link like 7. It was crazy. The other Ray, this mouse is good. Jamming Waves. This card's insane against Salad. It's literally we almost played 2, but we just decided not to. 2 multi-roll. This card's gonna get banned. 2 Shark Cannon. This is our 4th and 5th copies of DD Crow in the deck, which is just really, this card's insane against Salad. Afterburner, Hercules base, shout out Raphael Nevin, and then 3 impermanents.
All right.
Let's we'll do side deck. 3 Mind Control to break Thunderboards. The other 2 DD Crow because this card's nice. Summon Limit because I'd rather not have to be good at the game. 3 Twin. Twin's nice. It's like only good against Striker because like against Salad it's a -1. 2 Prinkertops and 1 of the Dino Wrestling field spell because this is essentially Prinkertops, but we also have 3 goods in the main deck, so it's like 6 Prinkertops. The last card on the side deck's the 1 Soul Drain. This card's insane. I only saw it once and I was already like losing, so it didn't matter. But like in theory it's good. Alex and I decided to play this together. And for the extra, Floral Sword, Ningirsu. This card's really good with Hercules base. You like equipped it to it and then you like send Hercules base and just start recycling. Unicorn, Phoenix. 2 Kaina. We played 2 because you just bounce, instead of like where we would bounce out Hayate, you like bounce out this and like sometimes you gain life points. Then we still played the 2 Hayate. 3 Shizuku, 3 Kagari, and 1 of the best card in the game. I did this like one really cool play against Raphael where I equipped Hercules base on it. I drew 2 and did 6,000. I drew 2 times and during the event. The card's just like not very good, but it's like really nice. So my only losses in Swiss were against my father Doval, but it didn't matter because my team's nice. And then against one of the Miami Heat players, I just like opened terrible and I got waxed. And unfortunately I was the only one to win my top 16 match. There were a couple missteps on one of my teammates' parts, and Alex was unwinnable. But overall, the deck was good, the event was nice, and shout out to my teammates, Tony Conflay and Alex Solar. We played the same deck verbatim, and Tony played Salad, unfortunately. But shout out to Picante Games, like their Facebook page, buy from them on CCG Player, really good guy. Shout out to the Greensboro family, the Harrisonburg family, you know who you are. Shout out to CJ for always fixing my car so I can go on these trips and being my cheerleader. And shout out to Daniel for not putting me on his team. Thanks guys, and shout out to Asian Persuasion for letting me do this deck profile.
Hi everyone, I'm here with Tony Confletti, who topped the first ever 3v3 YCS in Atlanta. So Tony, what did you play?
Hey guys, I decided to play Salmon Gray as our C player, where Bruce and Alex decided to play the same list, Sky Striker list. So I'm just going to get quickly into the profile. The first thing we played was 3 Foxy. It's just a good utility card to dig to Gazelle, or if you already opened Jack Jaguar or Gazelle, it's just really good. It has a good combo where it can pop face up spell and trap cards. The Heart and Soul of the deck is your 3 Gazelle. You see this card, you can start winning the game. Simple as that. For the YCS, I played 3 Spinny, Mistakes, 2 is needed with Call by the Grave and DD Crow. It doesn't do anything if you open multiples. You have to pitch from the hand to use its effect, and it's just searchable if you needed it itself. Moving forward, I ended up playing 2 Jack Jaguar, but I just played 1 for the YCS. This card itself is a 1-card Sunlight Wolf or Fire Charmer. So is Spinny, but Spinny gets banished where this doesn't. And if you open this with Foxer, and you have Circle, which means you open really well, this is already a combo where you can just send a trap card with Gazelle instead. I played 2 Foul. This card's really good for chain blocking the Gazelle from being Ash, so that resolves, as well as turning off your opponent's back row and extenders to make the Dweller, or some people are now making Baguska. This is my little tech card, Foxer. If you don't know what this does, if you control 3 or more Salmon Great cards in your graveyard, and at least one of them is a link, you pitch it from the hand, target the link and a spell or trap card in the field, and you just destroy the spell or trap, and you put this back in your extra deck. So it comes out really good outing all those floodgate cards. You can just search it and pop cards. As well, its other effect, if it's in the graveyard, when your opponent's spell or trap card is destroyed, you can just special summon it. So if you pitch it off Twin Twister, or pitch it off Thanos Dragon to negate like an Impermanence or a Widow Anchor, they're technically negate and destroyed. This checks for resolution and summons itself. And it's a level 3. The 1 Falco, pretty standard. After some testing, I like this ratio of 2 Buffalo, 1 Debug. I start with 3 Debug, and when it's great because it's a 1-card, full combo, but it gets hand trapped or you open too many and they just sit in your hand. 3 of these are a little clunky since you don't play as many Cybers. You just play, your Salmon Grace and that's it. So sometimes it's kind of dead. I found this ratio to be perfect. I saw it when I saw it. When I needed a debug, it was there. When I wanted Buffalo for drawing a Sanctum or anything, it was there. I really like this ratio of 2-1. The big Thanos guy, he's awesome. Fixes your hands, great against Striker matchup. Lets you draw in the hand traps. Body on board, can't target. Enough said. Because we play Thanos, we play the 3 Veiler, because you can draw into this, unlike Impermanence, and it's really good when you make Heat Leo target it and make 0 attack. 3 Ash Blossom. Hindsight, I guess I should have played 2 Ash Blossom and rather 3 Ogre. I played a lot of Thunder Dragon matchups, about half of them, and even against Striker, this is just better than Ash, and Veiler is just as good because you just Veiler the Kagari, so they don't get back to engage. So, unfortunately, hindsight, but Ash wasn't that great this past weekend, last weekend. For the spells, we played 3 Circle. Hit your Rhoda the deck. The protection effect came up once. Gotta play Rhoda. 2 Will. Originally, I was playing 3, but because technically if you open 2 of these, they are super dead. So I ended up playing Foolish Burial instead of the 3rd, because this is also full combo if you send Gazelle or anything like that. It's just really great. Glad I played at least 2 of these cards. It's Soul Charge. The 1 Sanctuary. And then 3 Call by the Grave. Just, great in the mirror match. Great against hand traps. The Goliath play. All of that fun stuff. So probably the biggest regret of the weekend when I played was the Twin Twister. It won me a lot of games against Striker and the 1 Subterra player. But then, like I said, I played 4 or 5 Danger Thunder decks. I drew these cards and it's really bad. Moving forward, they're going to be in the side. And then we played 2 Trap cards. These are awful. This is only good against the back row decks or the slow decks. At least playing 2 Jack Jaguar, it gives you more utility, at least sending this if you open Will with Gazelle. But these are just awful cards. I side them out a lot. This one's okay against certain matchups, and this one's okay against certain matchups. For the extra, pretty standard. 3 Sunlight Wolf, the bread and butter. 2 Bay Links. The third never ever comes up as long as you're managing your resources, unless you did like you're in some crazy game state where the game's gone horribly wrong and like the third one comes up. But you should only ever need really 2. The 2 Heat Leo to reincarnate, do a lot of damage and kill. 2 Stalio. I guess I didn't want to play Fusion of Fire. I just don't like that card. I know you get to, in the mirror match, you get to use your opponent, the opponent's resources, but then they kind of left with the fusion up there, and they think they can just kill you. But you can just Valor Ogre the fusion, Chimera, and as well they can't really kill you because as long as you like wall up, like even if they use your Sunlight Wolf, you wall up like this, and if they use your Link and have to use one of your monsters, like then you just trigger your own Gazelle in hand, and now you have 3 monsters through the Bay Links, and they can't kill you. It's really easy. Moving forward, this will probably be like a Baguska or a Tornado Dragon, something else to make more utility, because you really only need one as long as you cycle back. How I pretty much won games was you just go first and you make Blind Dweller. It's great against everything except for like Subterror and Sky Striker. And then if you could back it up with the trap, that's great if you open well, but usually just first turn Dweller just kind of wins the game, because the following turn you just use your will as Soul Charge and you just kill your opponent. 1 Phoenix for that utility. Haita, this card is just crazy. It takes your opponent's Kagaris, your Ashes, their Gazelles if you can't get to your own Gazelle. This card's really good. Maybe play 2 of this. And the reason pretty much you win all weekend was like this combo. You can just update and like make any monster attack twice, and then transcode, you can just bring this back. It has a really cool battle phase effect, and then if it's co-linked with like your Sunlight Wolf, they can't Widow Anchor anything. Pretty much this combo just lets you win games because this thing lets you attack twice. And then the Borolo Dragon, for the Thunder Dragon matchup, you just take out the monsters that you can't get over, and then you just kind of like control the game. For side, 3 Lancia. This is basically for the Orcus decks and the Danger decks and all the Banishing deck combo decks. Really self-explanatory. I kind of knew about the Goliath thing going into this weekend, and like it literally like Scythe, it like says skip your turn. Hindsight, this probably could have been made over the Ash, inside the Ash for the slow decks that play all the pot cards, because it has insane utility in the mirror match. You can hit the Engage or Ray, and the Strike Striker helps hit the Goliath or any other combo piece that they're trying to do in the Danger combo deck. And this plays around the Hot Dread Dragon Abyss because it's not on the field, so you just DD Crow the Goliath, and then like you can play unless their hand was really good under hand traps. Like if you open hand traps and they still have double Colossus, then like 2 Gamma Seal for the Sky Striker matchup and the Danger matchup. You just get rid of the problem card because, or you turn off the Widow Anchors and then you can just kill them. And then the skip your turn if you go first in the mirror match and the Thunder decks, they just can't do anything. And then you just OTK them the next turn. And then 2 Red Reboot and the 3rd Twin. Hindsight, these should have just been the Twin Twisters and either main the Crusadia card that I saw the ARG people were playing. That seemed just better utility than the Twin Twister in the main because it was an extender level 3 fire that you could just summon to a Link Arrow, pop the Goliath, pop there can only be 1, do all that fun stuff. Rather than wasting your resource with Twin Twister, this is just better off on the side for your back row decks and your Sky Striker. I don't think this is really needed. So that's probably the biggest change I would make into the deck moving forward.
Tony, can you tell me about your 3v3 experience?
The 3v3 is probably one of like most recent Yu-Gi-Oh events that I've been to that I've had the most fun in a long time. It's like a whole nother like adrenaline level, like knowing that like you're not just by yourself, you have teammates that can help you, you can ask them help, you can help them, knowing that if they maybe won a game and you dropped a game that they can still carry you, or vice versa. You know that you have a real good matchup and that you won game 1, you're going to game 2 and you're ahead of lead. You're not as worried about in case one of them, breaks or has a bad matchup. The teamwork was great. We used it pretty much. We got better throughout the tournament. Earlier on, we just kind of like did our own thing because they were both playing the same Sky Striker deck, so we let them sit together and I was C. So I kind of just did my own thing for a while, but then eventually after I won a few games, I would look over and help Bruce and B, or he would have questions. And then, at the end of day 1, we took our first loss because there's a little missed team communication, and we worked on that. And day 2 was a lot better, where we did a lot more communicating between A and B and C to help each other. It's fantastic being able to communicate and help each other in case you don't see something they do. I really do hope Konami does more of these events in the future.
All right. Do you have any shout-outs?
Shout-outs. First off to my teammates, Alex and Bruce. I couldn't have done that without them. They picked me up off the streets as their third person. So shout-outs to them for picking me up, and it was awesome actually topping the YCS. Shout-outs to Island Games, Zach, Nikki, Sean for convincing me to switch to Salomon Great. I thought this deck was horrible, but it's super consistent, and you can just OTK your opponents. And shout-outs to my wonderful girlfriend who's helping me record this.
Thank you.
You're awesome. Thank you.